Our family was part of the St. Demetrios Church when I was growing up, and then I met my future husband through family at a restaurant, and that was almost 28 years ago.
28 years.
And we ended up getting married actually in this church, at St. Demetrios Church. Since then we've been involved here and raised our 3 kids as Greek Orthodox as well. Our youngest was actually baptized in the church here as well. So being part of the St. Demetrios Church, we've really been interested and driven, I guess, to give back and to support as much as we can because we really love this church and love being part of, members of this community.
is a place we come to worship, and it has to be in good working order. One is more practical, the restrooms. The other is liturgical. We need to come and light our candles in a place that's beautiful, that represents the love and the value we have for our church. Again, it's pretty simple.
Good evening, friends, and welcome to St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church virtual fundraiser. It is Saturday, June 5th. My name is Nelson J, and I'm super excited to be your host tonight. This is just a quick and friendly check-in to let you know that the program will be starting at 7:30 p.m. We have a really fun program in store tonight. We've got a virtual Raise the Paddle. We're going to hear from some St. Demetrios community members and folks that have been working so hard to put this event together. And then we even have a very brief petite live auction, and we will wrap it up with some fun prizes and giveaways as well. So it's a great evening ahead. Starts at 7:30, and we're really excited to bring the program to you. I'm Nelson, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to tonight's fundraiser. My name is Nelson J., and this is a virtual benefit for St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church. It's so great to be with you. Tonight is June 5th. It's Saturday night, and thank you for spending your evening with us tonight. We have a wonderful program ahead, and I'm so excited to be here. A couple of quick tips on watching the show tonight. It's a great idea, if you can do this, to watch the show on the big screen. And then when we get to the virtual Raise the Paddle and our Petite online, it's not online, it's actually live. We have a Petite online live auction. If you bid on the small screen, so on either the tablet or the phone, that's a great way to enjoy the show tonight. Also wanted to remind you that we have speakers who will be joining us, and we also have that special moment, which is our virtual Raise the with our phones and our tablets, but that's a way that we can all make a meaningful and special gift to St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church tonight. And then we have also an opportunity to bid on live auction items, and there are 3 of those tonight. And into the wonderful week that we've had. The auction opened several days ago, and you can bid online all night and all the way up until tomorrow at 7 p.m. for most items. The 3 items that we'll be selling tonight are the Yani basketball jersey, the autographed all-star Milwaukee Bucks fab player extraordinaire. That jersey, the autographed collectible tonight, is item number 1. Item number 2 is the legendary and oh so important parking at the church. For an entire year, you get reserved preferred parking. That's item number 2. And then item number 3 is a remarkable 5-night getaway to Palm Springs, California. So wonderful items. Just those 3 live happening tonight during the end of this program, the latter part of this program, and then everything else closing tomorrow at 7 p.m. So really excited about that. Before we get to the fundraising part, wanted to remind you that we had a couple of online registration incentives, and so we'll be announcing those incentive winners during the show as well, plus something special coming to you from me. So I'm excited about that. And speaking of excited, we are thrilled tonight to present the show, and to get us kicked off tonight, I'm so pleased to introduce from the Parish Council, please welcome Barbara Treherne.
Hello, my name is Barbara Treherne, and I'm the Parish Council President for St. Demetrios. We've just completed the most holy time of the year for our church, the resurrection of Christ. And throughout this Lenten period, we've listened and learned from the many verses and messages what our Lord says about love, acceptance, and forgiveness. Our Lord also says much about giving. Did you know there are more than 2,000 verses in the Bible about money and giving? Many of the parables Jesus told were about money, giving to the poor and needy, and giving of our time, our talents, as well as our treasure. There actually is a connection between our spiritual lives and how we think about money. And this past 12 to 18 months, with a worldwide pandemic, we've also learned that money cannot buy our health or our well-being. Only God can protect us and lead us to eternal life. Over a year ago, we began a mission at St. Demetrios called 100 for 100. This year marks the 100th anniversary of our church, built by many who came before us out of the love for our faith and culture. 100 for 100 means we could fully fund at 100% our operations from our stewardship and not rely heavily on our fundraisers to pay for the daily operations of the parish. We would, however, rely on our fundraisers for our philanthropic efforts. Right now, only 2% of our income supports ministries, and that's not enough. The operations, or what it costs to keep the church open daily, is $1.2 million. Historically, 41% of those funds come from stewardship, another 40% from the festival and auction. The pandemic, however, forced us, sooner rather than later, that stewardship would need to fund more than 90% of our operations because we could no longer have our festival and our auction. And through the generosity of our members, As we have been without our festival and auction for almost 2 years, we've increased our stewardship by 38%. We're on our way to supporting our operations fully through stewardship. So what does that mean about our fundraisers? It means we now have the opportunity to use the monies raised through the auction and festival to expand and grow our ministries. For this is the primary purpose of our being, to give to those in need. St. Demetrios has literally dozens of ministries that provide for those in need, and dozens of volunteers support those ministries. Imagine what it would look like if our ministries grew during this year and the years that follow. What if we doubled or tripled our ministries? Imagine what it would mean to triple the number of homeless that we can feed. What if we could feed 300 people per month instead of 100 through groups like St. Martin de Porres and St. Philaret? Imagine if we supported 3 elementary schools through Operation Classroom versus 1. This year we supported Stevens Elementary with coats for children and food for their families. What if we supported 120 families instead of 40? We can do this with your help and generosity. This past year has been hard for millions of people around the world. Those who have lost loved ones, lost jobs, their homes, and more. We can and should help those less able to provide for themselves, as this is what Christ calls us to do. In 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 7, every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver. First, God calls on every believer to decide in his or her heart and mind how much to give. They should then follow through on that conviction. Paul wrote in the previous chapter in Corinthians that giving should be in proportion to what has been received. And we have received much. The important point is that it's an individual choice based on conscience and a person's own relationship with God. As I reflect on my life, the church is always there for us at birth, baptism, marriage, and death. It is there for us in times of great joy and happiness, and times of great sorrow and grief. It is there for us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now is our time to be there for our church. I thank you, and I invite you to join our virtual auction and to give generously. Thank you.
Well, there you heard it from President Barbara Treehorn. Thank you, Barbara, so much, President of the Parish Council, and 100 years here at St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church, right here in the heart of Montlake. Unbelievable. The building itself, 60 years old, just incredible. And we are so pleased and appreciative of each and every one of you spending your Saturday evening with us tonight. And to move on into the show, wanted to let everybody know that we have a very, very special message from Father Fotios.
Christos Anesti, Christ is risen. Welcome to our auction for the year 2021. We're so happy that you are participating with us, and we rejoice in the fact that you are a contributor, a steward, a family member of St. Demetrios. As you know, our auction is something that we rely upon every year to help meet our finances. But our hope is that through stewardship, that we will be able to pay all of our finances and our bills through the contributions of our faithful, and that events such as our auction and our festival, that all the proceeds would go to benefit our ministries and especially philanthropy for all of our neighbors, for the people who are less fortunate than ourselves. Planning our funding need to cover our bathrooms, which need to be updated, and also we are hoping to remodel our pangari, especially the area where we light our candles. Through the course of time, the tile there has become cracked and broken and full of soot, and it's just needs to be replaced. But through your generous contributions, we will be able to update those two things, but most especially support our ministries and our neighbors. As you know, that our auction every year, part of our proceeds goes to benefit the Boyer Children's Clinic, which we are fortunate to have such wonderful neighbors in Boyer and a wonderful partnership with them, as we really believe in their work of helping families with children with neuromuscular disorders. We are glad that you are here with us, and we wish our Lord's blessing upon you and your family. And we ask you to actually compete with one another during this auction. What I mean by that is that St. Paul says that we should outdo one another in acts of charity and love and kindness. And in this case, it's okay if you outdo your neighbor in bidding higher, because all that you're doing is helping our community and our neighbors. God bless you. Christos Anesti. Christ is risen.
Well, thank you so much, Father Fotios. And this is a great opportunity for me to just take a quick moment to share my experience with St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church. And my relationship with the church started in college when I was at the University of Washington. And at that time, and we're going way back, and I am sure that many of you on this tonight, on this call, on this video stream tonight know about the Kostakis family, and John Kostakis was a Yale King when I was a freshman at the University of Washington, and just such a big part of the community and my neighbors and friends there in the Greek system, so many literally Greek friends there. And it's just wonderful to be with you tonight and to be able to help raise funds for this amazing church and this community, this hub of the Montlake community, really the hub of North Seattle. And also just a reminder that so many activities that are part of bringing the community of Seattle together, the Greek Festival. And as an auctioneer and a fundraising auctioneer, I've had the pleasure of working in the church, in the event space many, many times on behalf of local schools just up the hill, Montlake Elementary, and also Tops School right there on East Lake. And it is always like coming home to be able to work there right in Montlake. And I live just across the bridge, so just past U Village. And it's wonderful to be so close, yet we can't be in person this year, but we're doing the next best thing, which is to come to you live and raise money for just an amazing institution that is St. Demetrios. Well, I promised some fun tonight, and we do indeed have some fun. So as people registered, there was a little incentive that Margaret put together. Margaret Ailes, great job by the entire auction team, and leading the charge was Margaret. And we put together a few incentives, and the incentives were registration incentives. So if you're registered by a certain date, you're in this drawing. And the first drawing is for a $50 Macrina Bakery gift card. And if you haven't yet experienced Macrina Bakery, don't delay another day when you have your next opportunity to get out and about. Masks on or off here in Seattle, you should definitely include Macrina Bakery in your stop. The lemon tart is legendary, and I'm excited to announce that tonight's Macrina Bakery $50 gift card winner for registration drawing number 1 is Paula Macris. So Paula, congratulations, and thank you to Macrina Bakery and or our procurement angels for securing the Macrina Bakery $50 gift card. Well, tonight we are raising funds for a couple of important causes. Of certainly the church and the facility projects that have been ongoing are a big part of what we're working on tonight. But we also have such a long-standing relationship with the wonderful people and the incredible team at Boyer Children's Clinic. And I would encourage you, if you haven't yet been to the Boyer Clinic Children's Clinic webpage, sometime in the next few days, perhaps tomorrow while you're waiting for the online auction to close at 7 p.m., I would encourage you to hop onto the Boyer website and look at their patient story from this last year. They did their own fundraiser as well, a virtual fundraiser. There is a story there about a young boy named Alex, and it is incredible to see the growth of Alex, and it's all through support of people like you at home tonight that help Boyer Children's Clinic go. And the clinic provides support to kids and their families. And so to tell us more about that, please welcome our good friend and longtime partner in fundraising, Mike Stewart.
Hello, I'm Mike Stewart, Executive Director at Boyer Children's Clinic. It's an incredible honor to join you in celebration of the virtual auction. We are truly grateful for our decade-long partnership with St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church. You've helped enhance Boyer's life-changing programs, therapies, services, and most importantly, you provided hope to thousands of children and families in our community. During this past year, your support has been more critical than ever. As we all know, these are truly unique and challenging times. While we continue to feel the effects of the pandemic for families with children with diverse abilities, the impact has been especially severe. Isolation, difficulty, accessing providers, and the lack of usual support systems can make their journey feel harder than ever. But despite the many obstacles, the team at Boyer has worked tirelessly to ensure that our families continue to feel supported and that their children continue to receive the life-changing care they need and deserve without interruption. Our team has focused on finding new and innovative ways to support our families in crisis, and we couldn't have done it without you. The St. Demetrios community has offered everything from generous financial support to amazing donations of groceries for our families in need. You have made a real, important, and lasting difference to our community. In addition, thanks to the generosity and friends like St. Demetrios, Boyer has remained steadfast in our commitment to ensuring care for all families who need us, regardless of financial circumstances. Over the last 5 years, Boyer has provided over $2.3 million in uncompensated care to uninsured, underinsured, and low-income families, and this would not have been possible without your incredible partnership. Thank you, our friends at St. Demetrios, for providing the support, resources, and tools our families need to thrive. Thank you for giving our families the best chance for the brightest future possible. Thank you for giving them hope.
Well, thank you, Mike. And for those of you at home wondering, how do they get all of these people together? Well, we had some time together at the church filming, and that sanctuary is spectacular. And it was just so much fun to be there and to watch our friends and partners and participants in tonight's program sharing their special message and their love of St. Demetrios and Boyer Children's Clinic. So thank you for all of that wonderful work that everybody's put into this program tonight. And with that in mind, it's time to introduce one of our co-chairs tonight who has a special message about some of the nuts and bolts of what the St. Demetrios restoration projects are about. And many of you are aware of those, but for those of you just learning about those for the first time, please welcome Chris Pallas.
This year's Fund the Need effort will include 2 essential projects. The first being the full restoration of all bathrooms at St. Demetrios, an effort that we started back in the 2019 auction effort, and we almost raised all of the funds required to complete the project. We were left about $50,000 short of this $350,000 project. So we're almost there. The second project is to retile the Candelaria in the narthex. So it's our goal this evening to raise $100,000 in an effort to complete both projects. I want to thank you in advance for your participation, for being here this evening, and for contributing to Fund the Need. God bless you and your families.
Well, there you have it, friends. And what a wonderful video put together by our very own Dale Hazapis. So, Dale, thank you for that incredible work. She just did an amazing job on that video. So much talent right there at St. Demetrios. And it's just so wonderful to see the community come together to raise money for Boyer Children's Clinic, to raise money for these ongoing projects at the church. They're just so important. And it's wonderful to have this opportunity to get together. Even though we're not in the same room, I'm feeling the love up here in Northeast Seattle, and it's really great to have you spending your evening with us. So this is the moment, this next few minutes, where we have an opportunity to fast forward those projects and bring them to fruition, and to also help Boyer Children's Clinic. So let me just give you a little lay of the land, what's going to happen. If we were gathering in person, this would be known as our Raise the Paddle or Fund a Need moment. We don't have paddles to raise, but we do have these devices that attract so much of our attention. Tonight, it's our hope that you'll pick up your small screen and you will consider making a meaningful donation tonight to St. Demetrios. And here's how it works. You can give right through this platform in which you're watching me and the entire program. So you can make your gifts right there. This is a virtual fundraiser. So what that means is that you can give any amount at any time. Like a live event, I'm going to move through some predetermined giving levels. But if there's a number on your heart and I don't mention it, it's above the numbers that I talk about, or I just don't touch on it, then you can give any amount that feels right to you. So we have had some folks get started tonight already, and we've got a giving thermometer that's going to pop up here shortly. And we've currently raised over $20,000. We have a lofty goal tonight and lots of work to do. So here is the challenge. We're looking for 100% participation. So no matter what level you give tonight, please consider giving and perhaps adding an additional zero. Officially tonight, we will start at the $5,000 level. And if the $5,000 level works for you, this is a great time to give. And some of you have already given at this lofty level. And before I read those names and recognize those lead donors, I want to put it out there. This right now, 2021, is the 100-year anniversary of St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church. So if you are in a position and you bought a lot of Amazon stock some time ago or Microsoft stock, and you're in a position to pass on that good fortune to St. Demetrios, I promise you that this church will put it to great use. So if you would like to blow everybody's mind, including mine, with a gift of $100,000 tonight in the honor of 100 years of St. Demetrios, you could do that. Or if you know 9 friends and you each want to get together to do 10,000, and collectively that secret group, the Magnificent 10, could do a $10,000 each gift to $100,000 total, that would be amazing. However, officially we're starting at $5,000. So this is the time to give at that $5,000 level. And I'm excited. I've got two screens going here. We're up to $27,000. So I would like to let you know, I'm going to glance away occasionally because I've got some names that I want to recognize who have gotten us started. So at that $5,000 level, a big shout out and a thank you to Chris and Vicky Pallas for that very generous $5,000 donation that they made, and also to Jim and Georgine Carambalas for the $5,000 gift. So if you would like to join Chris and Vicky and Jim and Georgina at that $5,000 level, now is the time to make that gift. So I'm asking you to make that big stretch gift. And remember, friends, this is a fundraiser. We call it an auction, but the fact of the matter is it's straight out fundraising. It's power fundraising, and we need your help, and we need it right now. So this is our $5,000 level, all proceeds benefiting those important projects that you learned about during the videos. We're working on completing the bathroom renovations, so important with the weddings and the events and everything that happens in the church, and just the regular visitation. Those rooms get more use, as much use as any room in the building. So look at that. Kay Constantine, thank you for that. is terrific. You'll see names scrolling across the lower third of our Greater Giving magic thermometer screen. And friends, we want this thermometer to reach for the sky. So if you can help us do that with a generous gift of $5,000, $10,000, maybe $25,000, now's the time to make that gift. Well, friends, we're going to move along to our next giving level. And remember, any level, anytime, any amount, we will take it. So the next giving level officially is our $2,500 giving level. And I wanted to give a special shout out to Tom and Pandora Dudler for their very generous gift of $3,000. So they're technically in between our first two official giving levels, but any amount works. And if there's a level, if you'd like to give at each and every level, you're welcome to do that. And if you do that, I will give you personally an incredible prize, some sort of token of appreciation, and I'll let you know what that is later, but it's worth it. I promise. So if you can give at that $2,500 level, friends, now's the time to make that gift. At the $2,500 level, a big shout out to Elizabeth Poyana and Peter and Diane Demopoulos for their very generous $2,500 gifts. And look at that, Catherine who we were on the call earlier today, and we had so much fun. I wish you could have been there. We did record it. Maybe we'll share it in the blooper reel. I did learn the Greek alphabet in record time. I might dazzle you with that later. But this is our $2,500 level. If you can help us at the $2,500 level, friends, now is the time to make that gift. And remember, the ways to give, you can do it right here on the screen. You can also give directly to the church. You can drop a check at the church office. You can mail a check. And in fact, there are other ways to give as well. If you're in a position and you participate in a donor advised fund, or perhaps you have stocks and securities that you would be challenged with capital gains, feel free to pass them to St. Demetrios. That's a great way to manage your portfolio, manage the tax burden, and also do incredible work for St. Demetrios. And by way of that gift, you're helping Boyer Children's Clinic as well. So consider those ways to give right here at the Greater Giving platform. It's easy, it's fun. $2,500 giving level. If you'd like to join Elizabeth, Peter, and Diana, now's the time to make that gift. Well, friends, we'll move right along to the $1,000 giving level. If you can give at that $1,000 level, now is the time to make a gift. The $1,000 giving level, so important. We have projects to do. That entryway by the narthex where the candles are illuminated on entry, that area needs a total redo. It's been well used, well loved, and it's time for a refresh. So that's one of the projects that we're working on. And then, of course, everybody knows about the facilities, the restroom facilities, and those, of course, need help. And $1,000 goes so far in projects like that, except when you get to kitchens and bathrooms, because we all know, anyone who's done a remodel, that the plumbing is where the money is. So with that in mind, we need a lot of restroom completion, the renovation of the restroom projects, and that narthex reboot, all so important to St. Demetrios. So thanks so much to George, who's given at the, and I say George, I could be talking to 8 of you tonight, but George has given at that $1,000 level. Theo Angeles is in at $1,000. Chris and Paula Mac. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Clifford and Theodora Argue in at 1,000 as well. Thank you so much. and the time you hear it, and it's seen through whatever medium you're watching on. So there can be several seconds, upwards of nearly a minute. So sometimes when I say one of my very best jokes, people don't get to laugh until later. And so I know it's not you, it's me. But if you'd like to give at any time, please do so. Remember, any giving amount at any time. And if your company, if you're associated with an organization that participates in matching funds, corporate matching, this is a great time, a great opportunity to leverage your gift for even more. And so please consider using those matching funds. This is our $1,000 giving level, and keep those gifts coming. And I expect that as you hear my voice in real time, that thermometer will continue to grow. Right now, we're up to nearly $34,000. We're at $33,500. Keep those gifts coming. And we'll move right along into our $500 giving level. And the $500 giving level, an important giving level, if you haven't yet had a chance to make your gift to St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church, remember these gifts tonight support both the church itself, this incredible building right here in the heart of Montlake, as well as the Boyer Children's Clinic. And that group, the Boyer Children's Clinic, works with kids who are developmentally challenged. They could be on the autistic spectrum, so many other challenges, kids with disability and other challenges that they need extra help when they're getting started. And that extra help in those earliest years makes such a difference. And this long-term relationship with Boyer Children's Clinic and St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church, it's special. It's been and it's just crucial that we continue to support Boyer Children's Clinic because now more than ever, the kids need help. Through the challenges of the pandemic, the Boyer staff was remarkably able to flip the script and go to virtual learning with some of these kids, many of them, and just so exciting to see that it really worked. And I mentioned it earlier, but if you get a chance to go to the webpage for Boyer Children's Clinic, hop on there and just know that your $500 gift will make a difference. And it helps children like Alex. It also is so important to the families because it is a tough spot to be in when you're not sure what the future holds. But when you start to work with an incredibly talented, professional, caring team like they have at Boyer, it gives you hope, what it's all about. So we hope that you will consider making those gifts at the $500 level, the $5,000 level, or if you can give at that $50,000 level, a super stretch gift. Any amount at any time is just so important. So we're seeing gifts coming in right now. Margaret, thank you for that very generous gift. And Bill Palace, thank you for your $1,000. Christina Dudu Akis is in at $1,000. Thank you so much. We mentioned Tom and Pandora. Thank you for that. And Tanya McIntosh is in the giving pool tonight. Thank you so much, as is Lita. George, thank you for that. Diane and Peter Demopoulos are in, and so many more. We're up to about just over $34,000, and we're at that $500 level. We'll move on to the $250 giving level. You can give any amount at any time. These are guidelines, not rules. So $250 level. If that works for you, now's the time to make that very special gift. And that $250 goes a long way. If you have been to the narthex or haven't been, you may not have been recently, but as the church begins to open back up and we gather again in person, we're so excited about that. That beautiful area on entry where the candles are illuminated, each and every one of those little tiles, they are well used, well loved, and it's time to refresh that area. So with your help, we can do that tonight. Lindsay Stutz, I see you out there. Thank you for your donation. So generous. Clifford and Theodora, Jim, thank you. And we're at that $250 level. We'll keep the giving window open, and we'll move right along to our $100 giving level. And at the $100 giving level, if you haven't yet given tonight, this is a perfect opportunity to do that. give at that $100 level, and you will feel excited about your gift. You'll be participating. You'll be part of the community. Every dollar is important. And I have a personal challenge for you tonight, and I'm talking to you. So here's the offer. It's an incentive. Some might call it a very tasty or a sweet bribe, if you will. Tonight, if you give at the $100 level, and there's the magic, at the $100 level, this is not the $100 level and above, but it is at the $100 level, you will be entered in a drawing that we will conduct tonight, and I am personally going to purchase and deliver a Tom Douglas triple coconut cream pie, and I'll drop it off with Margaret at St. Demetrios, and she will keep it nice and cold, and it will get to you. You and me, I see you. We're going to work together on the triple coconut cream pie. We'll find a time that works for you when you most need the inspiration of the legendary triple coconut cream pie, and we'll get that to you. So that is my gift to you tonight at the $100 level. Everybody that gives at the $100 level. So if you gave it $5,000, thank you for that lofty gift. But this is the 100-year anniversary of St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church, and with that in mind, I am driving $100 donations like never before. So we're using the coconut cream pie. It's like the little carrot on the stick dangling in front of us. In fact, it's a giant 9-inch coconut cream pie that is incredible. It's sublime, and it's been enjoyed by leaders of the free world. George Plumas, thank you for your $250 gift. George, if you'd like to get in the pie drawing, another $100 and you're in the pie drawing, it could be yours. So give those gifts. We're up to nearly $35,000, and we are looking to raise more tonight. And the giving window will be open. So friends, if you know somebody who couldn't join us tonight, they weren't able to make it for the live program, share this link tonight, pass it on to your friends. They need not be in Seattle. Anybody can enjoy this, and we would love for you to pass the word and share what we're up to at St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church, and also helping Boyer Children's Clinic right here in Seattle. Stephen Danos, thank you for your $500 donation. Appreciate that. So that's the $100 level. Get those gifts coming in, and I expect to see a whole bunch of $100 level gifts roll in as our thermometer grows. And remember, you can give any amount at any time. The $50 level, that is fantastic. Every dollar counts. $25, $10, $12.50, whatever amount works for you. Oh, look, Margaret Ailes is in with another donation of $100. She's in the $100 pie drawing. That's exciting. Thank you, Margaret, and so many more. So remember, friends, give at that $100 giving level, and you're in the special pie drawing. That will be a lot of fun. So keep those gifts coming. The giving window will be open all evening. And I just want to say thank you for your incredible generosity, your continued support here of St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church. And our Raise the Paddle window will be open all evening long. What we're going to do now is we will make a little slow, stylish transition into, oh, look, Theo Angelus is in at $100. Thank you, Theo. We're going to make a transition into our giveaway number 2 time, and I'll come back to our giving levels if we get some action there. But at item number 2 is the giveaway, and I say item number 2, it's giveaway number 2. It's our second registration incentive that we had, and when you registered by a certain date, you were entered into a drawing for a fabulous prize package. And this is a little closer to home. We love Macrina Bakery. This fabulous institution is right there on Furman, and it's a lot closer to the Montlake community, Little Lago. And this is a registration prize, a $50 gift card or credit at Little Lago right there on Furman. And congratulations to Marla Economou, for you are our prize winner number 2. So congratulations, Marla. And that is wonderfully exciting. And thanks to our procurement team on that $50 Little Lago gift card. Thanks to Little Lago as well. A great spot. If you haven't yet had the lasagna, try the lasagna. Your life is not yet complete. It's not quite like moussaka, but it's very good. We like the lasagna, and we love moussaka. Okay. Well, We've talked a little bit about our giving tonight. We've talked a lot about giving, supporting the incredible church. Thank you for everybody doing that work during our virtual Raise the Paddle. Remember, giving window's open all night. It'll be open all the way up through tomorrow. In fact, you can make gifts in perpetuity at the church. You can mail checks, drop checks off. You can give through our giving platform tonight. Thank you to each and every one of you for your incredible generosity. We are going to move into our live auction now, and here's how this is going to work. We have, we're going to put about 90 seconds on the clock. And when I say 90 seconds on the clock, about a minute and a half. And this first item is the Yani Jersey. And this is the All-Star NBA jersey. I'm going to pull up my second screen and take a look. Bidding currently at $675 on the Yani autographed jersey. And it looks like the next bid level, $765. So this is a remarkable collectible piece. It is the 2017 autographed All-Star jersey from Yani. And he is a power forward center for the Milwaukee Bucks, multi-time defensive player of the year, a remarkable talent, one of the true superstars in the game, plays both ends of the floor. And this spectacular autographed jersey is authentic in of authenticity. This is item number 1 in our live auction. So we're going to put a full, about a minute on the clock. We're probably about a minute left in this one. So we'll count it down, and I am going to pull up my third screen and just start that countdown. So just about a minute left on this item, 1 minute left. And remember, there is latency, so we're trying to close this out. And if you're thinking about this item, don't delay bid today. Like, bid right now, bid as high as you can, because it's going to move. And currently top bid is at $675, but the next bidding level, $765. So if you'd like it, how about $800? And you don't have to stop there. You could go to $800 or $900. Wonderful for displaying on your wall. 30 seconds left in this auction item, 30 seconds or so. And remember, we're virtual, so we're going to use the power of technology to close this down, and I'm going to count slowly, but you got to get those bids in. If you don't want to miss out on a future item, put in a max bid. The system will automatically bid for you. About 10 seconds left. And now 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. The Yani jersey is now closed. So I will come back with an official announcement about our top bidder on the Yani All-Star jersey. And when that gets official and closed out, then we will go ahead and make sure to award our top prize winner. So that is exciting. I'm going to just ramble a little bit, because I can see I'm looking at a second feed, and it looks like we're a little bit delayed on that one. And I just want to make sure everybody gets an opportunity to get those final bids in. While we're doing that, quick story for you. When I got out of college at the University of Washington, I had the incredible, and first thing we did, we landed in Amsterdam. I was with 2 college friends, and then we spent a couple days there, adjusting to altitude. And then we went to Greece, and we flew straight to Greece and the Isle of Lesbos. And we intended to rendezvous with my grandfather, who was sailing around the world at the time. He was 76. And this is back in the 80s. And we were a little late, and we literally missed the boat. So we missed the boat, and we had to hang out and wait for my grandfather. He went to Turkey in his sailboat, and we came back. Wow, bidding is fast and furious over there on that. This is the beauty of latency. It's not the beauty of it, it's the challenge of it. But anyway, the Yani Jersey is now up to $8.55 for anybody who was curious, and we'll see where it closed out at. But anyway, my grandfather sailed into Turkey for nearly a week, and we had to hang out. Look at that. We've got a winning bid on the Yani Jersey of $855. Bidder number 149. Bidder 149 is our top bidder on that. Thank you so much. And that jersey is now sold. I'm going to finish the story after we get to item number 2, but it's a pretty interesting experience having a chance to sail with one's grandfather in Greece, I have to say. We're going to go back up. Hold that thought. We're going back to item number 2, all-world legendary parking. So anybody that has been a member of any church for any period of time on any holiday knows the value of parking. It's about location. And in the case of St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church, it's parking. And parking is at a premium every day. And particularly in Montlake, there used to be a nice neighborhood Stop and Shop there where you could go in and get deli sandwiches. However, it's long gone, sadly. Making way for progress, as they say. However, the parking is something at St. Demetrios that is here to stay. And if you bid on this next item, you can be a hero to both yourself and your family, or those that carpool with you, because you're going to be in the front row. And not only are you in the front row, you're going to be right up close to the main entrance, and you're going to have your very own sign that's going to mark that is your parking spot. So this is item number 2. Current top bid, $1,590, $1,590. This is a well-loved, well-known item. And if you're interested in bidding, the next bid level is $1,610. I recommend putting a max bid price in and just unleashing the system and let it bid for you. And as long as another person has bid, it will automatically bid up until your max bid. And at that point, you then can choose to increase your max bid or simply to bail out of the auction. So this next item, number 2, is parking. And make those bids right here, right now. This is the time to make those bids. Bidding at $1,590. Currently, top place bidder is number 139, and bidding is at $1,590. Need a bid of $1,610 as our next bid level. And that is the way that this auction will go. And we're going to close that out in about 30 seconds or so. And then we will move on to our third item, which is, of course, Palm Springs. And then we've got a few wrap-up messages for you. And we will keep those giving windows open. But tonight, in the spirit of parking, I wanted to remind you that in just about 20 seconds or so, we're going to close this item down. So that's now 15, 14, 13, 12, bid now, bid early, bid often, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. The parking is closed. Thank you for that spirited bidding. And we have a serious bidding war. So there could be some good news in the bidding war in that it looks like bidder number 139 and 147, you know who you are, they've been slugging it out, going back and forth, are giving thermometer up to $34,800 and looking for more in the giving thermometer. So keep those gifts coming in. See if we can get that up even higher tonight. Wanted to remind you that the live auction items, if they are tangible items, these will be dropped off for you. If intangible items such as parking, Margaret will be in contact. Are we back? Thank you. All right. Hey, we're back. That's exciting. Take a drink of water at that moment. All right. Well, friends, our next item will continue to move right along. I'm just waiting for our system to close out that that parking item, looking like we're last bid price of $1,590. And when we get the final answer on that. Okay, let me get back to my story about sailing with my grandfather in Greece. So we finally met. There you go. That's it. The winning bidder, bidder number 139 at $1,590. And great news to our runner-up bidder. Margaret will be contacting you. We have a second opportunity to support the fundraising auction with a second parking place. So we're excited that we're able to sell that one, and we will be able to honor that second place bidder as well. So that's exciting. I want to get back to my story about sailing with my grandfather in Greece as we let the system catch up. And anyway, we missed his boat, literally missed the sailboat. And so we had to spend about a week to 10 days in Turkey waiting for my grandfather to come out of the Marmara Sea and the Istanbul area. But when he came back, we finally reconnected and we started sailing in the Aegean. And we went to beautiful little Greek islands and harbors. And one night we were sitting on the boat, and I think my college friends and the crew that he had gone into town in the dinghy. And so it was just my grandfather and I, and it was kind of around late in the day. We'd finished sailing, we were at anchor, and he asked if I would like a glass of wine, and I said, sure. So he poured a glass of wine, and as we were sitting there in the setting sun, and he's my namesake, he said, you know, Nelson, I can't think of too many of my friends that can say they've been able to enjoy a glass of wine with their grandson on a sailboat. And I looked at him and I said, well, you know, Grandpa, I don't know of any of my friends that can say they've been able to enjoy a glass of wine on a sailboat with their grandfather. So it was a remarkable experience, and it happened in Greece, and it's one that I'll remember forever. And as a result, I have so many strong memories and feelings about that special time in Greece, just like the special time that so many people and so many generations have right here at St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church in Montlake. So thank you for being with us tonight. We have one more item in our live auction, and that live auction item number 3 is a trip to Palm Springs, California, the Yakima of California. This is item number 3, Palm Springs. And isn't it funny when you pull into Yakima, Washington, it says, welcome to Yakima, the Palm Springs of Washington. And I think that's fun. It's always sunny in Yakima, and it's always sunny in Palm Springs. In fact, it's sunny and incredibly hot in both of those towns. So this 5-night stay in Palm Springs, California is at the wonderful Oasis Resort. And the Oasis Resort is nestled between 2 golf courses, and you'll have your choice of either a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom condo. The 2-bedroom condo sleeps 4 people. The 1-bedroom condo sleeps 2. So whatever works best for your specific needs is what we have. It's just a half a mile from the heart of Palm Springs. So if it's not too hot out, or if you leave early in the morning, you can actually make the stroll. It's very pleasant. And this is item number 3, the Palm Springs Getaway. And I'm going to go to my second screen and take a quick look to see where we are in our Palm Springs bidding process. We're just at just over $1,000 for Palm Springs. So considering the winter that we had, you know, the second half of the winter, like the March onward, was pretty mild. But before that, it was legitimately super, super snowy. In fact, in the snowiest, most wintry moments, my 2 sons and I packed up our Subaru and headed off to Utah, and we should have stayed home because the skiing was better here and you could get to the mountains. There was so much snow in Utah we couldn't even get up the canyons. All the roads were closed. But you don't have to worry about snow in Palm Springs. This is item number 3. This is beautiful Palm Springs, the Oasis, 5 nights at the Oasis Resort, 2 bedrooms or 1 bedroom, 2 golf courses nearby, right near downtown Palm Springs. And bidding right now is at the $1,000 level. The next level of bidding needs to be at $1,140 or higher. And remember, friends, set that max bid, and that guarantees that you're in the running no matter when we close this item. This is item number 3. This is the final item in our online auction. We'll be closing it in just about 30 seconds. So get those bids in right here, right now, 30 seconds or so. And remember, the online auction for all other items open until 7 p.m. tomorrow night. That's Sunday, June 6th. So enjoy your family dinner together as a loving Greek family. And then you can either zip home if you were with other family members, or you can stay right there in the comfort of your own home and you can bid on the rest of the online auction items. Closing at 7 o'clock sharp. So about 15 seconds left. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, closed. So the Palm Springs is now closed. And as the system gets sorted out, I will wait for official confirmation to see who our top bidder is and what that bid level is as our system works through and grinds away to tabulate our winner. We will make sure that we acknowledge our top bidder for item number 3, Palm Springs, a 5-night getaway. What a lot of fun. Direct flights from Seattle to Palm Springs via Alaska Airlines. So if you haven't made that journey recently, it's wonderful, it's painless. And several years ago, I think it was 2014, I had a reason to be in Palm Springs on a Monday morning. And the next day was the Seahawks Super Bowl. And so I landed. I had to drive back with somebody from Palm Springs. And I landed and got into the car at the airport and basically immediately started driving to Seattle. It was a strange trip, but they needed another driver, and it was my mother and sister. So that was a fun trip. Well, there you have it. We've closed it at $1,140. Top bidder number 134. And I can say that if you were interested in this item, and we had several that were bidding at around that $1,000 level, with great news, through the power of duplication, we have the ability to sell a second trip. So look for that, bidder number 161. You have an opportunity. You're in second place, and you have the opportunity to match that top bidder at that $1,140 price, and you too could be going to Palm Springs. Margaret will be contacting you about that. And if you're not interested, bidder number 161, then great news. She'll open that up to others who can bid on that at that sale price of $1,140. So there you have it, the live auction virtual style, not quite as dynamic as being in person, but we work with what we have, and so appreciative of you sticking with us tonight to have fun and raise money for St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church, as well as Boyer Children's Clinic right here in Seattle. So friends, we're going to move right along in the program. And I mentioned that we had some more fun. I know that we've got a couple of more announcements tonight, and wanted to remind you that I mentioned the closing times, but some of the other items in the online auction, there is an incredible collection, a superior collection of wine. There's a 12-bottle set of some deadly serious wines that are from some of the premier Washington winemakers and others. And at last check, let's pull that up. The 12-bottle collection is, hang on one moment, please. And wrong wine collection, the highly rated wines. Here we go. Super premium case of wines. Here we go. Well, this is a remarkable collection, thanks to the donors of that wine package. But the current bidding on the remarkable 12 bottles of premium wine, hand selected for the 2021 St. Demetrios auction, all of these wines are rated at 90 points and higher. They include the legendary and rarely seen 100-point rated Quilceda Creek Cab Sauvignon. That's a $250 bottle included in this package. Also the 2010 Leonetti Cab. And there are 2 bottles of 2007 Quilceda Creek Columbia Valley Cab Sauvignon, both of those rated at 100 points each. Those, if you can find them, $350 sale price per bottle. So 2019 Leonetti Merlot, 2016 Leonetti Cab, and we even have representation from our friends down in the Napa Valley, a Silver Oak Cab Sauvignon, very limited edition, etched label, 91 points, valued over $100, and so many more. And Andrew will bottle, 2 bottles of that. I mean, it's a, if you want to upgrade your wine cellar in a hurry, this is the item to do it with. This is the super premium case of 12 bottles. Bidding right now is at $1,235. Closes tomorrow night at 7 p.m., just like all the other items. Also in that mix, there's a fabulous collection. If the super premium wines are a little bit out of your comfort zone from a bidding perspective, consider the Greek wine collection. You could get into that for just around $400. That's a case of wine. And item not to be missed, and I have to say, friends, I got the opportunity to sample this incredible dessert. It was sublime, and it was like the most amazing manna from heaven. So this is Maria's Galactiboreco, and that Galactiboreco is incredible. It is handmade with love and care. Bidding on the Galactiboreco is right now at about, where is it on my little second screen list here? We have to wait. It's like they put it at the end so that you have to go through everything else. So bidding right now over $100, $115, but you could make this your own for just a next bid of $120. So that could be fun. Well, friends, we are coming to that point in the program. We are going to announce our triple coconut cream pie winner very shortly. When I get that information, I'm going to share that with you. And if I don't get that information, if we don't have time to draw that before we go off the air tonight, we're going to draw the name and we're going to reach out to you. I promise, I pledge that triple coconut cream pie is going to one of our $100 prize, $100 donation makers. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We have some wrap-up announcements. As a reminder, tomorrow night, that's the 6th of June at exactly 7 p.m. we will be closing the virtual auction. Those 3 items that we just sold, those are no longer available. The golf also has all sold out, but everything else is online and available tomorrow night until 7 p.m. Sharp. So enjoy dinner and then put in your bids and help raise more funds. So wow, look at that. Just in at the $100 level, this information has just arrived. Our top lucky winner at that $100 level is Dale Hazapis. Sorry, Hazapis. Thanks, Dale. Great job on the video. And now you're going to be enjoying some triple coconut cream pie to go with your video skills. So thank you for your incredible work and congratulations, Dale. That is outstanding. Friendly reminder that if you picked up an auction item, or if you do pick up an auction item, you will be contacted by the incredibly talented Margaret Ailes, and she will make arrangements to drop those items off. If you're coming to church by chance and you happen to pick something up, that's great. But let Margaret reach out to you with a recap, and payment arrangements can be made directly through this software. You can also do it through instructions that you receive via email. So thanks to Margaret and the entire team. We have a very special wrap-up announcement. And before I toss to that video, I just would like to say it has been a distinct pleasure to be your host tonight. And on behalf of every University of Washington student that's ever gone through the university with neighbors like St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church, thank you for Greek Fest. Thank you for the caring and the support and all of the fabulously wonderful food to soak up all those Husky pre-game tailgate beers that we may or may not have enjoyed back in the day. We love St. Demetrios. It's been a pleasure working with you and serving you tonight. Thank you for your support of this incredible community, this incredible church, and also for supporting Seattle Boyer Children's Clinic, so important to help that wonderful organization as well. So now, please enjoy this message from Father James and Father Fotios. Thank you all tonight.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being part of our online auction. I'm Father Fotios.
And I'm Father James.
We're grateful for your participation. We ask that the Lord will send his blessings upon each and every one of you in our community and protect us, guiding and directing us throughout the coming year. We miss all of you and look forward to seeing all of you soon, face to face. God bless you all. Christos Anesti.
Alithos Anesti.
Christ is risen.
Truly he is risen.